back to that chillin' and grillin' with Jeff promo you just read. I hear you make an appearance in this latest episode, so I think people might want to tune in to see you get some of this delicious food.
You know, our great producer tonight, Scott Navarro, he let me have an on-camera appearance. Of course, it was in the backyard of DJ and Natalie Williams, two of the best people you could meet. It's going to be a great episode, and it was good food, too. We are underway. Third period, 3-2. St. Mary's leads, and they are inside the zone. They will go on attack. They start the cycle. Shard jumping in, trying to break up that play. It will get back to center. Moore back to regroup. Barry, he will cover up.
As we are just over 30 seconds into this period, the Nationals have 8 seconds remaining on the penalty kill as fresh troops come over the boards for both teams as they get ready for this face-off deep in Nationals territory. Nationals need to come out here high-flying to try and get back into this game squared away. Nationals gain control and will kill the remainder of their penalty.
That will go the length of the ice as we're back to even strength. As you mentioned, Kyle, Shard hands it off to Nichols on the half wall. They will try and generate a cycle. Stubberfield, he'll strip that puck, and Perot's going the other way. Arsenault forced to go back and get it. Looked after closely there by Ferreira. He's played great tonight. Breaking out of the zone of the Nationals to center. Across the line, Santa V, he's able to just get it inside, but now St. Mary's coming the other way. Ferreira, look out, he's shifty. Good job to keep him to the outside. To the point. Shot, that's gloved down by Barry.
The Lincolns here have shown that they still have the momentum riding from that second period as they have been controlling the offensive zone time for the majority of this third period with a couple of shots already as they now have another offensive zone face-off to try and win and sustain some pressure here against the Nationals.
Every draw going to be crucial as we come down the stretch here. Wood, he chased after that puck, just out of reach for him. A foot race. St. Mary's trying to go on the offensive attack. London able to break out here in the neutral zone. Burridge, he hands it off to Julian there across the line. Woods with him. It's a 1-on-3. That shot goes wide. Monroe now. He will cough that up. Battle for possession down low. Lamoureux hands it off to his man. Coops got some time and space. Hands it off. Good job by Wood. He strips it across the line, looking to shoot. He does! That goes just wide. Monroe able to keep it in. Now St. Mary's clears it. Lamoureux looking to control that puck. He will dump it in the rest of the way. Kyle, you can already see these quick shifts from the St. Mary's bench. If they can just outskate them for another 17 minutes, that's going to give them a huge upper hand.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Ben. Quick line changes here for the Lincolns, always trying to keep fresh legs out on the ice so they're not going to have that opportunity to potentially cough something up and let the Nationals come away with an odd man rush or a decent scoring opportunity.
McEwen at the point. He will dump it in. St. Mary's trying to center that puck. They do, and then they won't get a shot off. They're still on the perimeter. Turning and firing. McEwen picks that up as he pinches in. Dare, he'll keep it in on the other side. That's trying to clear it. They finally do, a foot race, and Wood just couldn't control that puck. They'll dump it in. Beaupre on the forecheck. That's will regroup in their own zone. Good job by Beaupre. He's in again. Dare swings it around the wall. 2-on-2 battle, won by St. Mary's. That'll get dumped the length of the ice. No icing call. Holmes back to get it. Moves it right up ice. Pasafume able to get it the rest of the way. Coops back to get it. Rimmed it around. Now it's Perreault. Trying to find a streaking Pancino. He can't. Holmes flicks it in. He will go on the attack himself. Cornfield now. Put Pancino on the wall. Vanderzon battling. 2-on-2 now. Vanderzon trying to come away with it. Working it around the outside, and a shot from the slot. That came off the stick of Torrealba.
Torrealba with a good shot. Duarte making that pass from the half boards to Torrealba in the high slot. Walkerius able to see that puck with no bodies in front of him. Makes the high save with the blocker and glove. Keep that puck out. 15-18 here remaining in the third period. Nationals still trying to tie this game up.
McGowan from the point. That shot goes wide. St. Mary's trying to control it deep in their own end with some speeds. Ferreira streaking up ice. He's on the attack himself. That puck up into the netting. It was off the stick of Arsenault. Offensive zone face-off for the Lincolns.
It looks like it might come outside as they say Arsenal had control trying to clear it off a Lincoln stick. But nonetheless, a face-off going to come up here. The Nationals need to be able to find a way to gain some offensive zone time and pressure as time continues to tick away as the Lincolns now maintain possession.
Streaking right in, a nice save by Barry. He gloved that one down off the stick of Schnitker.
Barry doing his part here for the London Nationals, keeping the puck out of the net, making a good glove save as that was a nice rush in off the face-off as Barry snags that one out of the air. Here comes Nichols now as he tries to get it.
Here come the Nationals with some speed. That play broken up. St. Mary's really looking calm, cool, and collected on the back end, and it's going to take a bounce or something for the Nats to tie this one up. Chard back in his own zone. Tries to find his D partner, can't. Santavi now trying to win a battle on the wall. That's kept in by St. Mary's. Finally out. Back the length of the ice, back to retrieve it is Moore. Got to be careful as Nichols is right in there on the forecheck. Santavi, one-time shot off the pad. And a nice save there by Walkerius. On the outside, Santavi trying to muscle his way to the net. That gets broken up. Ferreira now has it. Off the glass and inside the Nat zone. Lamoureux chasing that puck down. He's waiting for 4 fresh sets of legs to join him. Hazel now. That puck over the net. Cycle continues for St. Mary's. Centering pass, trying to get a shot off. They will not. Nationals out of their own zone, trying to find a streaking Chard, and they will not. And a delayed offside. Face-off coming just outside the zone.
Nationals cannot get any kind of sustained zone entry, which is causing them not to be able to get zone time and zone pressure. And this is what the St. Mary's Lincolns are good at doing, is clogging up that neutral zone and not letting the team enter the zone with any kind of speed or determination. And they keep winning face-offs, and Cornfield just tries to get that puck out of the zone.
Dump length of the ice. No ice. Holmes back to retrieve it for the Nats. He's looked after closely there by Vandenbrink. Nats across the line. It's a 2-on-4. Trying to hang on to it, although a delayed penalty coming. And it's coming to London. Untimely, Kyle.
Yeah, it's going to be to Deacon Holmes as soon as the Nationals get possession of this puck. as I believe it's going to be interference and or tripping. We'll have to wait to see what the ref calls as the St. Mary's Lincolns come out. That's Thomas Harbor.
They've got 6 skaters out there. Walkerius already on the bench. See if they can make fast work of it. Here comes a shot. Coops fired right on. A nice save by Barry. And the Nats still trying to dig themselves out of this hole, and that hole just got a little deeper.
Yeah, it's going to be Deacon Holmes, 2 minutes for interference, as he just unceremoniously takes out, I believe that's Mazur in the slot. Don't need to go anywhere near him. The puck's at the half boards, and you don't need to run into him. You have plenty of ice, especially on an Olympic-sized pad, that you could not hit him. And you make that contact, the ref's going to call it, and now you put your team in a hole as you're already trailing by a goal. Now you're a man short.
Well, Aiden Barry, he's been fabulous despite letting 3 by him, but he might have to be perfect the rest of the way, Kyle.
Aiden Barry will have to be perfect, as well as his London National teammates, as Barry makes that save. It's going to be the job of the penalty killers here to not let the St. Mary's Lincolns get any more momentum, maybe even try with a rush themselves. But the Lincolns are doing a great job in the face-off circle, controlling off these draws in the offensive zone.
They go to work on the half wall. Minute 40 man advantage. Centered right in front. Great save, Barry. Rebound. That just goes wide. Couple dangerous chances right in front of the Nats net. Hazel trying to get a shot off. He can't. He'll hand it off. Deep in the corner. Back to the point. Shooting, and a nice save again by Barry. Scrambled in front. It's on the goal line. A big save. That time, I believe it was Noah Arsenault that just saved a power play goal.
It was, Ben. Noah Arsenault, great butterfly kick save there, keeping the Nationals within a goal. And this power play for the St. Mary's Lincolns is on a roll with the offensive zone time and getting lots of opportunities.
To the line and out. 50 seconds to go in the St. Mary's man advantage. Full line changes from both benches. Here they go. Schnicker tried to lead the charge. They'll have to go again. Vandenbrink across the line with some speed. Look out, is he ever shifty as that shot goes wide. Moore, yep, kept it in at the line. Now it's out. Man advantage coming to a close, just over 10 seconds left. Beaupré dumps it in. Monroe will pinch. Look at that move. Almost created some time and space for himself. Giveaway, and it's a 2-on-1. Barry gonna have to be sharp. Shooting glove save, and he will hang on.
Aiden Barry coming up big for the London Nationals as that 2-on-1 developed. But here's a look on the power play. Scramble in front of the net as there it is, open cage. Noah Arsenault comes up with a big kick save to get another look at it as it was all alone. If it wasn't for Arsenault, this game would have been 4-2 in favor of St. Mary's. With that kick save by Arsenault, it still remains 3-2. Here come the Nationals with it out of their zone.
Another giveaway. Costly streaking right in again is Barry with a nice save. That shot came from Ferreira, and he's been dangerous all night.
Yeah, Ferreira's been all over the ice for the St. Mary's Lincolns as he got that good shot away as Barry makes that good save. Nice, quick, hard shot from just inside the face-off dot. Barry makes that save. Something going on with his mask, it looks like, as we have the referee and linesman over. They're looking at his cage, so we don't know if it's cracked or if what's going on with his helmet. He's looking to the bench. The strap is undone. So we're going to see, are they going to make O'Dwyer maybe go into the net? Or if Barry can, they're going to have to use O'Dwyer's mask, potentially, as we see their equipment manager and trainer come out. Take a look at the mask. There's a stoppage in play, kind of an ill-advised timeout. I wonder if the St. Mary's Lincolns are going to start saying, hey, let's put in the backup goalie here. That's why they got a backup goalie, as we got a shot of O'Dwyer coming in. So Barry's getting his trapper back on. Still talking with Joe, their equipment manager and trainer.
Well, it was that 34 shot that rung off his mask that did the damage, and St. Mary's is really, ever since that first period, Kyle, they have been peppering on the shots. Now they lead by a healthy margin of 13 shots over the London Nationals, and he's got a new mask, and we're back underway. Face-off won by St. Mary's as they go to work. Battle in the corner. Passafume in there to help. 3-on-3 battle. St. Mary's able to keep it in. Case Roth will get it out. Nats will get it the rest of the way. Walkarius comes out to play it. Hoops hands it off to his man. Under 10 to go. St. Mary's still holding a commanding 1-goal lead. That breakout pass intended for Passafume, no good, and now Lincolns will come back the other way. They dump it in. Quick shot, blocker save, steered away. Behind the net, centered in front, what a save. St. Mary's still with it. Even strength, although they have some great possession in the offensive zone. A stretch pass off to the races is Burridge, and that just steers wide. Walkarius made it look easy. Battle at center ice. Lincolns win it, dump it in. Full change from their bench. Every shift critical now. Wood. He will dump it, but that will be called for icing as the Nationals, Kyle, running out of shifts to square this thing up.
We see the chance for Burridge as he got sprung in on a breakaway just off his stick, cannot gain full possession of it to make any kind of move. He ran out of real estate, and Walkarius makes the save in tight as we get a shot of him getting his crease all squared away. It's the Lincolns with possession, and they scored!
Yep, it was a tip shot. It went off the stick of Cornfield, Kyle, but I believe it touched one more before it found the back of the net. 4-2, St. Mary's, my goodness.
It is the former national tandem of Cornfield and Harbor connecting for this goal. Clean win off the face-off, quick back to Cornfield, and Harbor gets a stick on it in the slot, and he is just excited here for the St. Mary's Lincolns as he gets a goal against his former club.
Everyone on that St. Mary's bench was up in arms. You know how big that goal is for them. And now it's just about controlling the defensive zone, staying in that man-to-man assignment. Just over 8 minutes left. Nats, not to say there's not enough time, but they got to kick it in gear. They go to work. Nichols trying to dangle and get a shot off. He can't. Battling on the half wall. Harbor comes up with it, and a stretch pass. St. Mary's streaking in again. Cross crease. What a save. Barry had to be super sharp there. Up through center. Shard across the line. Shooting. That's steered away. Walkarius, good eyes to see that one through. Now an icing call and a very critical offensive zone faceoff for the Nats with 7:30 to go.
We're going to get a look again here at this opportunity as Vandenbrink comes in all alone, and Barry just maintaining good speed and slide across the crease to stay with that shot. And now the Nationals, as you mentioned, Ben, have an opportunity but cannot win a face-off right now as the Lincolns are able to get control.
That was Torrealba that lost that one. Nats twisting and turning, and they will have to regroup inside their own zone. Almost coughed that one up. trying to make moves right up the middle, Kyle, and that is how mistakes happen. Now they're inside the zone. Beaupre trying to get it deep. He can't, and that'll go the length of the ice for another icing call. And if you are as strong as the St. Mary's have been in the face-off circle, really, they don't have a concern of taking all the face-offs in their own end right now.
Yeah, you make a good point, Ben, as they've been dominant here in the face-off dot, whether it be in their defensive zone, the offensive zone, and the neutral zone. So all three zones of the ice, the St. Mary's Lincolns have been doing a great job of winning draws, tying up, or winning them cleanly.
Arsenault trying to fire it, couldn't get an open shooting lane. St. Mary's unable to get it out. Twisting and turning. Nats still trying to get the puck out, and they do. That's a sharp shot from the point that goes high and wide. Arsenault gonna have to go back to get it. Another change from this St. Mary's bench. Careful, as Barry just caught that puck up in his own zone, and frustration even in the body language, Kyle, as Arsenault there slamming his stick face off inside the Nats zone. They really look uncomposed at the moment. That's kind of the word that comes to mind.
Yes, there's no question about that. Arsenault, you see him going to the bench. He's just all sorts of frustrated as Barry almost gave it up and almost cost another goal here. The puck is now into the neutral zone, but the Lincolns maintain possession.
Just over 6 minutes. 2-goal lead held by St. Mary's. Inside the zone. Shot from the point. That goes wide. St. Mary's still on the attack. They cycle it deep in the Nats zone. Perreault back to the point. Shooting. Clear angle, and Barry was able to see that one all the way. Having to regroup. Haggy will send it in. Molkarius will cover up. Another offensive zone face-off for the Nats.
It's going to be 5:41 remaining here on the clock in the third period. Time becoming an enemy of the London Nationals as they now find themselves down by 2 goals. They come out with a line of Jacob Julian, Burridge, and Wood with Holmes and Pace Roth on the back end. Julian with a good win there.
Burridge able to get that shot off right away. Molkarius saw it all the way.
Another good save by Walkarius, as the shot margin is 38-24 in favor of the St. Mary's Lincolns. Julian again with a face-off win back to the point.
One-timer, what a block! Late in the game. And of course, Ferreira. He's had an impact almost every time he's been on the ice so far. And that will get called back, a length of the ice, icing call.
You see Deacon Holmes at the bench talking to head coach of Dave Matos, trying to maybe draw a little bit of time. But as they ice the puck, not making a change here. Offensive zone face-off, pushed ahead by the Lincolns.
Centered right in front. What a chance, and that was Ferreira that had time to make a few stick handles alone before he got that shot off.
Yeah, you mentioned Ben. Ferreira's just been all over the ice for the St. Mary's Lincolns. He's left all alone in front of the net as he tried to outweight Barry and get him to open up before putting that puck somewhere, but could not get it up high enough. It's again a face-off win in the offensive zone for the Lincolns.
That shot off the stick of Dare. Good job by Barry to see that one through, and another face-off.
You got a look at Stubberfield there as he's been excellent in the face-off dot all night tonight. He has another chance to win another offensive zone draw. This time he loses it to Jacob Julian.
Here come the Nats. Stretch pass to Julian. It's a 3-on-3 deep inside the Lincoln zone. He scores on the backhand. They're within one.
This game is not over yet as the Nationals making a push here late in the third period. Get to within a goal. It's Jacob Julian from Burridge as Burridge makes that nice saucer pass to Julian. Julian goes in, gets hounded, just kind of a weak backhand, able to beat Walkarius through the legs. And it's 4-3 now. We have 5:07 remaining in the third period. That's the 25th shot for the Nationals, as the Lincolns have 40, and the Lincolns now have to maybe be on their heels and play better defensive hockey here.
So hard to read those little backhand shots. And Walkarius might have wanted that one back, but nonetheless, Nats claw their way back into within one goal. Plenty of time to do it, Kyle. Crucial face-off here in the Lincoln zone.
We've seen the Nationals come back from before. One of the big ones was their home opener against Kamoka. They were down by a margin here and came back and won it 6-5 in overtime. As we get a hand pass stopping play here for the Nationals. You see Lucas Chard back in his regular number 25 the last couple of games. He had to wear 91 as there was some equipment issues trying to get that A on his jersey, as he's now instilled that role of assistant captain. So he's now back in his number 25, loses that face off, and now the puck's deep into Nationals territory.
Careful bouncing puck. Barry just had to steer that wide. Nats will break out, looking for this stretch pass. No ice as it hit a stick, and Nichols is deep inside St. Mary's territory. That's up into the netting. I believe it went off the stick of Shard. Next face-off, Kyle, will come just outside the zone.
Outside the zone. 4:32 here remaining in the third period. The Nationals are one shot away from tying up this hockey game. They need to continue maintaining this pressure they have on the Lincolns, maintaining this offensive zone time, trying to get this tying goal to either try and win it in regulation or send this game to overtime.
Face-off won by St. Mary's. They regroup in their own end. Off the glass into center. Now inside the zone. Monroe back to get it. Try and get it outside the zone. They will. Now up through center. That's the fuming. Now they're inside the zone. St. Mary's D to D. That pass just behind Thomas Harbour. Hagee up, they dump it in. Walkarius out to play it. Great read from him. And that's dumped the length of the ice. Hagee back to get it, and an icing called. And the St. Mary's bench didn't like that ice. They thought they were going to skate it off. .336 to go. 40 shots on goal from St. Mary's, and of course after 20 minutes they only had 10. So they have just come out flying over the last couple periods, Kyle, and obviously the scoreboard reflects that.
That's right, as the Nationals now have some chance to set up the cycle here in the zone. Shot from the point there by McGowan.
That won't get through, it hit Julian. Wood still battling. Behind the net, gotta be careful. Here they go, sharp angle shot, they score! Tie game! What a beautiful look as Jeff Burridge was able to get a stick on it. Kyle, we are tied at 4.
This is turned into quite the hockey game here late in the third period. That's Burridge's second of the night, and he draws the Nationals even. As we get a look at this play behind the net, Julian gets it, and then it's over to Wood. Wood spin pass to Burridge, and Burridge able to tap that one home past Walkarius. And with 3:13 left, it's tied at 4. Burridge, the captain, coming through in the clutch. St. Mary's calling a timeout here, Ben.
Well, in big moments, you look to your leaders, and he delivered. And there is all sorts of energy back in the building.
That's right, as the Nationals bench is lively once again, and now it's the St. Mary's bench looking a little worse for wear with the wind out of the sails a little bit, as we have about 10 seconds remaining in this 30-second timeout. We look at Dave Matos there. He's just telling his boys, hey, keep the pressure going, get the puck up ice, let's go. And it's a little bit more saying on the St. Mary's side, looking like, hey boys, let's smarten up. We had a 4-2 lead. It's now 4-4. We got to smarten up defensively and get this game back into our corner here. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens in the remaining 3:13. And this is going to come down to the next goal wins territory, as this game has just turned from Momentum Lincoln side to Momentum Nationals side. It's now Momentum Nationals here in the third period.
Well, here we go. Buckle in for a good finish in London. Under 3 minutes. Nats in their own zone. Now they get into St. Mary's territory. They'll have to give it up. Inside the zone. Good defensive play by the Nats to break up that rush. Nichols on the attack. He creates a turnover, although St. Mary's picks it up and they're headed the other way with speed. A 3-on-3. They'll dump it in. McGowan blew a tire, and now he's going to go half back behind his net to chase his man. Nats up through center. Bouncing puck just goes over the stick of Santavi. Hazel using his size to gain the zone. Lamoureux wins the battle. St. Mary's centers it, they score! My goodness! How about that finish from Kyle Morey again? And that was just a series of little mishaps, Kyle, deep in the Nats zone. St. Mary's back in the driver's seat with 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, we get the look at it. Just a nice pass from the corner. Morey able with the silky smooth hands finish that one off. It's 5-4 Lincolns. This third period has been one for the ages here, and the Nationals need a good push back here as they send out their top line.
You having any fun yet?
Always having fun here on a Wednesday night at the Western Fair Sports Center watching London Nationals hockey.
Well, here they go. Blue and white. A couple more shifts. Barry heads to the bench for an extra man. It's crunch time now. Behind the net. Trying to keep it in. That will go the length of the ice. Pace Roth back to get it. 6-on-5 for the next 90 seconds. And here they go. That pass was intended for Wood, and this late in the game, those passes have to be tape to tape, and that will cost the Nats an a defensive, zone faceoff. They'll come to the right of Barry. And with 1:19 left on the clock, every bounce, every stride will matter now. There's another timeout called, Kyle. How do you even begin to cope with the momentum swings? Now you just got to reset, refocus, 1, 2, or 3 more rushes up the ice for the London Nationals, and you just hope to make one count.
Yeah, you definitely want to get something going here if you're the London Nationals. A little bit of confusion here as to what was going on, but yes, nonetheless, a timeout called by the London Nationals. So we see head coach Matos there drawing up a play. You want to win this draw in the defensive zone and make a good clean breakout and gain possession out of the zone so you can get Barry back to the bench and get that extra attacker on the ice to have that man advantage 6-on-5 as there's 1:19 left. So you want to make it as quick as possible here on a zone exit, and obviously on the other side, if you're St. Mary's, you want to win the face-off and just kind of keep it deep in Nationals territory to kill the clock and keep them hemmed in deep so they can't have a chance to tie this game up. As we've seen, the Nationals are able to score at will if at times, and they have the power out there to do it right now.
Face-off won by the Nats. They cough it up. Got to be careful as they will gain possession at their own blue line and go to work from there. Burridge. He streaks and gains the zone. He'll try and center it. He does. Walkarius able to keep it behind the net. Under a minute left. Extra attacker out for the Nationals. All hands on deck. Shard in there battling. Nats come out with it. McGowan, he will look to shoot, hands it to his man. McGowan, top of the point, to Burridge, shooting off the crossbar. Monroe trying to keep the puck in at the line, he does. Battle on the half wall. Nats still with possession, although that play gonna get blown down, I believe, Kyle, off a hand pass.
The hand pass, that is correct. I believe off the glove of Lucas Chard, touched by a teammate, forcing the face-off to come just outside the Lincoln zone. There's 29.6 seconds, so there is still time for the Nationals to gain possession into the offensive zone and get a quick shot away. As they do that just there, it's offside though at the blue line, so another face-off coming outside the Lincoln zone. 27.3 left on the clock. The Nationals need to gain possession and entry of the zone here to try and make time here. The Lincoln's rather trying to make a change. No thank you, says the referee. Puck about to be dropped here.
Won cleanly by St. Mary's. Net empty for the Nationals. 20 seconds. They will go to work, shifting. They're across the line. Wood with it now. Hands it off to Chard. Back down low, 10 seconds left. Scramble in front. And St. Mary's able to get it out of harm's way. Trying to get it out. One more shot left. Blocker save, and that will do it. In a thriller in London, St. Mary's takes it 5-4.
That is what a game you can say here in the third period. We'll be back with the Paul Duarte and Associates Nationals post-game show on Rogers TV right after this.
Welcome back inside Western Fair Sports Complex. Ben Whiteside, Kyle Freel. What a game. Welcome inside the post-game show. 6-5. The St. Mary's will claim this one. What a high-flying game. It felt like a Saturday night energy. We had a ton of fun. What'd you think?
It was quite a great game. The third period had, I think, a whole game in itself, and yeah, something that what playoffs are made for. It seemed like a playoff game, and we'll get a look at the three stars of the game. Third star in a losing effort, Aiden Berry grabs that spot as he just played spectacularly and gave the opportunity for the Nationals to come within a goal of winning this game. as they ended up a tie. Jeff Burge with 2 goals grabs the second star, but Kyle Morey is the story for the Lincolns as he had 2 goals and grabs the first star, and it was the game-winning goal too late in the third period that got him the first star honors.
And with that, we'll be right back on the post-game show for more on Rogers TV. Don't go anywhere. Do you enjoy watching Arby's Nationals hockey on Rogers TV? Then join the crew. Volunteers learn the skills needed to put on a show, including camera, audio, graphics, and more. Visit rogerstv.com/volunteer to sign up. Welcome back inside the Paul Duarte and Associates post-game show. Ben Whiteside, Kyle Freel. We're still just coping, coming off that energy ride of that third period, and we'll get a chance to take a look at some of the highlights. But what just an exciting game. Have you seen that exciting of a third period so far this season?
Not a third period, a game as a whole, yes. A couple of weeks ago when Leamington was in, it went to overtime and Leamington came away with a victory, but that third period was something out of a movie, I would say. But we'll take a look at some of the highlights here. Starting in the first period, it's Burge on the power play there, able to open the scoring for the Nationals, and then it was Arsenault, a shot from the point, getting through a maze of bodies there. And then late in the first period, it was the St. Mary's Lincolns getting on the board. In the second period, here the Lincolns able to squeeze one past there and tie the game up. And then this is the 3-2 goal on the back door. And into the third period, that's when all the action happened here. Quick off the face-off win there. That was a shot from Cornfield, goes through. And then there's a goal to make it 4-3, and Burge makes it 4-4. So we're in for an exciting ride, and then it was Kyle Morey coming away with the game-winning goal. So we'll take a look from first period to third period scoring summary. Burge, Arsenault, and Morey have the goals in the first period, and then in the second period it was Moore and Pacino coming through for the Lincolns, and then into the third period we had Cornfield, Julian and Burridge, and then Maury again from Lamoureux. That is what ended up that being the game winner for the St. Mary's Lincolns, coming away with 2 points and a 5-4 victory. And I have to say, that's the third straight loss on home ice now for these London Nationals.
Well, despite all the scoring and the fireworks, that was a pretty impressive goaltending matchup that we saw. Some huge saves. I mean, Walkarius, you got to give him tons of credit. He was stellar tonight.
Yes, he was, as we get a look at some of his saves that allowed the St. Mary's Lincolns to stay in this game and eventually come away with 2 points. And just good positional saves, making sure if it was going to be a rebound, it was to the corner and not into the slot or the dangerous scoring opportunities for the Nationals. And then again, I have to stress, this save right there was the what you would call the TSN turning point, if you will. And from there, the Lincolns just played stellar hockey. Walkarius, the big guy there, making those saves.
Well, what a matchup. Walkarius played great. Give the St. Mary's Lincolns tons of credit, and we'll be back. We'll talk a little more about the Nats' performance as well. Let's go to break. Let's come back right after this. This week, Jeff is putting the chillin' and grillin' with Jeff. He heads to a backyard in the winter and keeps warm with lobster bisque, prime rib sliders, and oysters Rockefeller. Watch the latest episode of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Welcome back, just above ice level. And you know, we switch now to the London Nationals. You talk about Barry's performance, 200 feet down from Walkarius. What did you think of him tonight? He had some great saves, but just comes up a little short.
Yeah, he played well, and the goals that were scored on him weren't really his fault. A couple defensive lapses here, as he was really good with his glove hand tonight. So we get a good glove save there, and he's been the mainstay, like I've said, in this broadcast and previous broadcasts for the London Nationals between the pipes. And it was just like I said again, the defensive lapses that caused these goals to hinder the London Nationals from getting 2 points. So again, Aiden Barry, a great performance, just comes up a little short with the teammates in front of him to come away with 2 points.
You talk about one of the stars that just had a stellar night is Maury. Take a look at some of his highlights, but what did you think of his performance?
He's one of the top guys for the St. Mary's Lincolns. That was their key to the game, and he came away with 2 goals. That one there, beautiful feed, comes down to the slot, and then this game winner again, right in the low slot, beating Barry blocker side. And we want to touch back on the top scorers was the key to the game for the St. Mary's Lincolns, as it was Ethan Lamoureux, Noah Vanderbrink, and Kyle Maury. Lamoureux was all around the ice making something happen. It was Kyle Maury that stood out, obviously, of those top 3 with the 2 goals, with the game winner. And the St. Mary's Lincolns are doing what they can to jump up in the standings and put the pressure on the top teams, saying, hey, we're not going to go out without a fight. here down the stretch in the regular season.
Absolutely. And you know, all those young goal scorers at home watching in and wanting to pick up a few things from Morey. He scored 2 goals tonight, one being the game winner. I don't think the puck was on his stick for more than a second for those 2 combined goals. So, you know, we're just talking the last time Nats have struggled like this here at home, it's been it's been seasons since something like this has happened. How do they get things back on track, especially as the playoffs are fast approaching?
They just have to kind of settle into their game. Tonight especially, I saw them get over frustrated and get off their game plan. St. Mary's did a good job of trying to aggravate them a lot there with maybe some extracurricular stuff after the whistle, but they just got to settle down and relax. They know they're a good hockey club. They know what they can do on home ice. They've done it time and time again this year. They started off 16 straight wins here at the Western Fair Sports Center and now have 3 straight losses. So it's something that they'll have to find out in the room amongst themselves. The coaching staff and the players alike will have to maybe watch some game film, go over stuff in practice, and just settle down, relax, and play well coming up in their remaining home games and games on the road to solidify that top spot in the Western Conference. Going into the playoffs, you always want to be playing strong, especially on home ice.
Appreciate it, Kyle. That was a lot of fun, and what a thrilling game. Nats coming up just a little bit short, but we take a look at the rest of the schedule. Next game on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. here on Rogers TV. We look forward for you joining us for that one, and that will do it here from the Western Fair on Wednesday night. For Kyle Freel, Ben Whiteside, Scott Navarro, and all the technical and production team, saying good evening from London.